My dear students, today I'll be explaining you all the merits of cooperative society. So the cooperative society is a form of business organization which is formed by the persons association. It's a voluntary association of persons who have formed for the welfare of the people to help each other for the mutual help. So the first merit or the advantage of this society is that equality in voting status. The principle of one man, one vote governs the cooperative society. Irrespective of the capital contributed by the member, each member is entitled to vote. Equal voting rights is present in this society. So the members are getting the right to vote. How much ever they may purchase the shares, they might have purchased one share or more than one share. If the person has purchased highest number of shares, he will be getting the right to vote one vote. That is one man, one vote. So that is the principle and that is the merit of this cooperative society. There is the presence of democratic character in this organization. Second is limited liability. The liability of the members of cooperative society is limited to the extent of their capital contribution. Why the liability is said to be limited? Because it is limited to the extent of or to the amount of capital contributed by the members. It is not like the partnership business organization where their personal property is also attached for the repayment of the debts. The personal assets of the members are therefore safe from being used to repay the business debts. So that was about the limited liability. Next is stable existence. Death, bankruptcy or insanity of the members do not affect the continuity of the cooperative society. There is a stable existence because whoever may be the members enter, free entry, free and exit is there. There is no compulsion that one has to be the member, one should continue, they can quit from being the member of this society. So though the members they don't have any such restrictions, this cooperative society exists. There is a stable existence. That means it is not like a partnership where and partners death, partners insanity, partners insolvency affects the continuity or the existence of the partnership, whereas this cooperative society will not be affected because of the death or the bankruptcy or the insanity of the members. A society therefore operates unaffected by any change in the membership. It is totally unaffected. Next is economy in operations. Students, the members generally offer honorary service to the society. It is a society. For example, KLE is a society. With the motto of KLE society is for the service motive. It is the members offer their service and in return they get honorarium for that. It is not that they are working for the profit motive. The members generally offer this honorary service to the society. Honorarium may be given in the cash or in kind. So the focus is the elimination of middlemen. The main purpose or the motto of this cooperative society is the service motive and to eliminate the middlemen. So this helps in reducing the cost. The customers or the producers themselves are the members of this society. Hence it is for the benefit of the society members. So risk of bad debt is very low in case of cooperative society. It is economy, here there is economy in operations. Next is support from government. Yes, the cooperative society has the support from the government. Government provides some subsidies, also reduces tax rates and supports the cooperative society for its existence. The cooperative society exemplifies the idea of democracy. There is a presence of democratic character in this cooperative society. Hence, it is exemplifying the idea of democracy, and because of this democracy, it is hence finds support from the government in the form of low taxes, subsidies and low interest rates on loans. If the society is in need of loan, if the society is in need of financial help, that support will be there from the government, because the society will form because of the capital contribution that is made by each member. So there is a limited resource. Hence, there is a support from the government by providing loans at very cheaper rates, at very less rate of interest. Support from the government. Lastly, ease of formation. The cooperative society is started, it can be started with just minimum of 10 members. The registration procedure is very simple, but it is compulsory. It has a few legal formalities. For the registration, it has only few legal formalities. Its formation is governed by the provisions of Cooperative Societies Act 1912. The Cooperative Society Act 1912 governs the cooperative societies. This form of business organization is governed by this act, that is 1912 Cooperative Societies Act. So that was about the advantages of this cooperative society. Though it has a demerits, but here the persons, especially the producers, the farmers, small producers who are exploited from the big capitalists, from them the small producers has to be saved. Even the small producers has to buy very less raw materials, so they'll be having very less bargaining power. So farmers or producers or the one who are not able to market their goods, the one who are not able to get all the transportation facility, packaging facility, warehousing facility, for such farmers, for such small producers, these societies will help. Even the society is also help for having a residential accommodation, that is cooperative housing society. Those types of cooperative societies, I'll be explaining that in my next video. So that was about the advantages of cooperative society. It has an equal voting status, it is having limited liability, which is not there in the partnership business, and it has a stable existence. It is very economical in nature. There is a support from the government. There is a ease of formation. So the motto is Servus Motto. Thank you one and all.